Mr. President.
Hello.
How do you do? Christiane Amanpour, Christiane. Mr. President. I'm sorry. President, we're into our fourth day now of this siege.
Yes.
I'd like to say that you're looking well. How are you holding up under this?
Very well. Great quantity of people is supporting us. We have armed forces and we can defend this building and even more. People, population is supporting us now. There is great rally before the university, thousands of people are there. But this criminal opposition continues its attacks and its shooting and so on.
The opposition, sir, has asked you to resign and leave the country. What is your position? Are you going to fight this out?
Of course. I will not surrender. And nobody will. And people has elected me, and people will defend our power.
Have you called on any troops to come from other parts of Georgia, other autonomous parts of this country to defend you? Have other troops come in?
Here is our National Guard. National Guard and volunteers.
No troops from anywhere else?
No.
The opposition is saying that it wants to hold talks with you, negotiations, whatever.
Yeah, I am not against negotiations. I am not against negotiations, and but I am against their criminal methods, criminal and violence and civil war. I can talk and I can discuss problems. But, their main aim is to force me to resign.
Why hasn't there been any talks yet? Why have you not talked with them yet?
Because it is very difficult to arrange in such situation. Very difficult. People cannot walk freely, shooting and so on.
If you were to talk with them, would you discuss sharing power? What would you discuss?
Several problems about television, maybe about their prisoners. They call their criminal prisoners, which they call political prisoners.
You would agree to release them? Because that's what they're demanding.
We shall discuss all problems. We can discuss all problems and we can answer them.
What do you think your answer would be?
No, it is very difficult to say before that.
Do you think there's a possibility? They're also calling for new parliamentary elections and to liquidate the position of president. What do you feel about that?
It's impossible because this is elected by people. The president is elected by people. Great majority, 87%, and the parliament is also elected. And if people will demand, we can also make new elections. It will be people, but under the dictate of terrorists, we cannot make this. The little group of terrorists cannot force us to make all this.
When this is over, if this is over,
yeah.
Will you call a referendum? Is that what you're saying?
If it will be necessary, we can call a referendum.
What will make it necessary?
People's will, people's demand. If people will demand that. But people now is demanding the opposite thing. People is demanding to strengthen power and to liquidate these criminals.
So they call you a dictator. People
yes.
here have said that since you have taken power,
yes.
you've gone from being on the opposition to sort of crushing the opposition.
No.
And they say that you have basically not given them any rights. You've stamped out any opposition parties. that you've jailed their people, and they say that you've betrayed the people since you've become president.
It's the lie. We have our constitution, we have our laws, we have freedom, political freedom, and democratic system, free press, opposition newspapers. So, but they want more and more, and they want the anarchy. We cannot support anarchy.
So what is there to talk about then, if you say there is a free press and
Yes.
etc.? What would you talk about with them? In other words, what room is there for negotiations?
Negotiation. We can discuss their problems and their demands, and we can polemize it. So.
Would you tolerate opposition parties?
Of course, here nobody fights against opposition parties. We fight against crimes, against criminal deeds. You know what they have done. They
They say you've arrested a lot of their leaders in the last few months.
We arrested only criminals, only criminal leaders who committed crimes, common crimes. But they call them political leaders. It's not so. And what they have committed, you see. They are armed and they act by terroristic methods. They are stealing people and make terroristic acts and so on. And they attacked government house by armed forces.
Can I ask you about the new Commonwealth of Independent States and what your position is on Georgia joining?
Yes, Georgia, we cannot make it in 5 minutes. Georgia is studying this problem and all documents and so on, and we do not refuse that. But it must be studied, and Parliament must make a resolution. But in such situation, we cannot make session of the Parliament. So.
Would you like to join the Commonwealth?
We are studying this question, and I am not against it, but it must be all according to the law, according to our constitution, our laws, and to the Parliament decision. You know.
How do you think this situation is going to end up, this state of siege here?
It will continue, so I think, and I don't know, maybe worse or not.
How long can you hold out?
We can great time.
How are you feeling yourself?
Very well.
Siobhan, do you want to ask anything? No?
We'll go to that, please.
Okay, if you don't mind, we just get a shot of us together.
Yeah.
You have enough food, you have enough people, you have enough members. How many people do you have here?
Here I think about 5,000.
Inside your building?
Inside, yes, and outside, more.
Armed?
Yes.
5,000 armed people?
Yes.
And I can report that, no problem.
Yes.
Okay. Can I go out and shoot some pictures of your headquarters here? May I shoot some pictures of some of the soldiers asleep and that kind of stuff? May I shoot some pictures around here?
I think it is not this.
Can I shoot a stand-up in here?
No, because he is not very good.
No, not here, outside.
No. Outside building?
No, like by the stairs and things
No,
like
no.
that.
After the mic. Mic.
So are you having meetings with the opposition now? I mean, have you had any contact?
No, not yet.
And why not?
Because it must be prepared. It must be prepared. It's not so easy.
But are you in contact? Are you trying to have meetings with them?
It will continue with these days.
So right now you're discussing how to discuss.